We know a lot of you have relatives and friends living in other parts of Texas, so we certainly hope for the best.
I mean, it's rare for Houston to see this kind of snow, but it's not unprecedented. Do you know the most snow ever recorded in Houston? You don't know this, you weren't around.
I'll take a stab and say 5 inches.
I'll have the answer in just a moment.
All
Jason,
right.
do I have that graphic in there with the top snowfall totals in Houston in my show? We can. Jason's going to put it in there.
Okay.
It's kind of remarkable. Are you putting that in there, Jason? He is. He's putting it in there. It's kind of remarkable. I was shocked when I saw this.
I'm guessing it's going to be more than I'm guessing.
It's almost 2 feet.
Wow.
Right.
Okay,
and what's interesting is I look back at these records, and it was like 1895, I think, but I'll have it in just a moment. But I look at these records, and I'm like, this is remarkable how some of these snowfall records or these crazy cold records are like back in the late 1800s.
Yeah.
You know, because our records here go back to 1898. You know, like on Christmas Day on the Trinity River, one of the records from the National Weather Service record books notes on Christmas Day, I think it was 1898, within a year of that, they were tracking a bear in like a foot of snow on the banks of the Trinity River.
Wow.
So I'm like, you know, so it's happened, but I just wonder what happened back in 1500 or 1600 or 1700, since our records, you know, for Texas, for the most part, you know, only go back to the mid to late 1800s.
And this may be a dumb question, but are the records from 100 years plus ago, are those accurate? You know, given the technology we have now, we say, okay, that was still a fairly accurate assessment.
I do think that's a bit of a debate.
Okay.
I mean, I'm certain that the thermometer that I'm using today was more accurate than the one that Benjamin Franklin used back in, you know, the 1700s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I'm not an expert in that, but just common sense tells you that the technology we use today, I'm pretty sure the phone I have today is a lot better than Alexander Bell's.
I would hope so.
Well, anyway,
I'd hope so.
Are we ready, Jason? We got it now. There we go. So let me start with this. 19 inches, Valentine's Day, 1895. That's pretty crazy. Now this is single day snowfall. So the next one on the list, 1960, 3 inches. And then we had one January 22, 1940, 3 inches. We had a 2.6 in 1949. I mean, it's interesting, this back in 1895, but all of those were back in the 1900s, you know, 1920s through the 40s and then 1960, so 2.3. So interesting snow totals there for the Houston area. Now, what about these weather alerts? Well, no winter weather advisories or anything here, but you zoom out and you look at this winter weather advisories across, I mean, look at the big chunk of Texas, even out into West Texas. But Austin's under a winter storm warning, Port Lavaca, Corpus, Galveston, Houston, Conroe, Beaumont, all under winter storm warnings. We have winter storm warnings that extend on over to New Orleans. And then those winter storm warnings, they extend all the way over to Jacksonville, Florida, through Mississippi, through Louisiana, all the way over to Alabama and to throughout the panhandle of Florida. There's the forecast. This is 10 o'clock tonight. That's snow, that's sleet and freezing rain down in San Antonio. Look at the snow mixing in at San Antonio, snow in Austin, snow in the Houston area at midnight tonight, 1 in the morning. Look what's happening down there. I mean, if you do not go, my son was down in Houston over the weekend. They had a marathon down there, and I said, you need to be back in Dallas, Fort Worth at around sunset because things are going to get nasty down in the Houston area tonight. There's Houston at 3 in the morning. There's 7 tomorrow morning. It's still snowing in Houston. It's really picking up around New Orleans after midnight tonight. Still snowing in New Orleans at noon tomorrow. Dry in Houston at noon. Look at the snow in New Orleans, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. And then New Orleans finally dries out tomorrow night. I mean, we're looking at a lot of snow all along this part of the Gulf Coast. So snowfall totals, New Orleans could see 3 to 5 or more. You head on over to the Houston area, you're looking at 2 to 3 with some locations seeing 3 to 5. So look at the snow there. And then you head up to the Austin area, you could pick up an inch or 2 or 3 in the Austin area. So, and Waco's a dusting, a covering, maybe an inch. So, up here in North Texas, we do have this WFAA Weather Alert Day. It's late tonight, 3 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it is due to the low temperatures in the 20s, wind chills in the teens and single digits. So what you need, please plan ahead, the 4 Ps. People, pets, plants, and pipes. Dress in layers on Tuesday. Right now at DBU, it's 32 degrees, pretty picture right there. Wind chill of 23 degrees. The high today was 34. I mentioned at the beginning of this newscast, the low this morning was 20. The normals are 57 and 36. The records remain. We've been as warm as 83 and as cold This is the record low today of 10. The record low tomorrow morning, what is it, Jason and Kyle, 6 or 7 above? Somewhere in that ballpark. That's our record low tomorrow morning. That's not going to happen. We don't have that in our forecast tonight, but it's going to be cold nonetheless. 32 outside right now at DFW with a northeast wind at 12. Pollen today. Mountain cedar and elm are both moderate, and fungus today, that's on the low side. There's the record low tonight, 7 back in 1935. We won't get there. Look at these. Lows tonight in the 20s, mid to low 20s, Dallas, Fort Worth. A few degrees warmer tonight than last night, but still really cold. And then teens for the lows up along the Red River. Here's the problem tomorrow morning. It's the wind chills. It's the single-digit wind chills and the wind chills in the lower teens. Waco and Palestine, the warm spots with wind chills of 15 tomorrow morning. Dallas and Fort Worth, a wind chill of 10 and 11. Clouds in place now. I don't have, other than some flurries, these are flurries tonight. You can see the little dusting or covering of snow down in the Waco, Nacogdoches, Palestine area. That's not in our forecast up here. There's midnight tonight. Watch this. See that? Those are just flurries across the area. There's 7 tomorrow morning. Maybe a flurry late tonight, a flurry tomorrow morning. There's noon tomorrow. Then after that, we even see some sunshine by late in the day tomorrow. So that's certainly some good news. Snowfall, flurries up here in North Texas, Waco, Mahia, Palestine. That's a dusting or a covering. Nacogdoches could see an inch or 2 of snow. So that's all in my forecast tonight. Cold and breezy, cloudy, flurries are possible, 23 is the low tonight. During the day tomorrow, we start with clouds and maybe a flurry in the morning. Then the sun comes out late in the day. Another cold winter day, we hit 35 tomorrow. The next 14 days, there's that WFAA Weather Alert Day on Tuesday. That's why it's red, and it's in place due to the single-digit wind chills, so cold temps. 50s and sunshine Wednesday and Thursday. 60s on Friday, Saturday. A little bit of spotty rain, no snow on Sunday and Monday. Highs those days in the 50s. The final 7 of the 14 days. A couple little spotty rain showers Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday of next week. And then next weekend, not this one, next weekend, sunshine and dry in the 60s. So there you go. There's your WFAA 14-day forecast. Make sure you keep it here on WFAA and always keep it right here on WFAA Plus for all the latest. Have a good night.